And it looks like we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll come on with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. In the dirt, and he is in there. They couldn't get him at second, and not what they were hoping for, as that moves the possible tying run into scoring position.
Well, the graphic here isn't going to properly show just how far that pitch was from the strike zone. That thing wasn't even close, and I think it made the decision to move up a base pretty easy to make.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
In the dirt here. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. High in the air out towards shallow right. Waiting on it, the right fielder. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. 1 left for Miami. They still trail 1-0. Junichi Tazawa gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Junichi Tazawa.
And guys, a very important outing turned in on the mound for the man you see right there. He was a big factor, of course, and is the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award.
Well, I was impressed by this outing, no doubt. The numbers don't lie. 7 1/3, very solid innings. And when you do that, you give your team a good chance to win a ball game.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Atlanta came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Grant Dayton claims the win out of the pen. And as we jump into the ball game, we've currently got a runner at second with 1 gone in the inning. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Steve Cook. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. Here's the first pitch to him. A ball and no strikes. In his career, Cook is slugging over 600. That's an elite level if you're not already aware, so he's got to be dealt with very carefully by opposing arms. The 1-0 home. smacked into the gap, and this might be extra bases. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And the lead will shrink to 1 as the run scores from second to make it 5-4 now.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard-hit line drive.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman, Hernan.
And he fouls this one off.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Takes this the other way to right. Now a dive in right, but he can't haul it in, and now this is going to be big trouble out there. The relay throw on to third, but he's in safely as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
You know, D-Row, there are some guys that shy away from hitting when it really counts. Top of the ninth, and this guy comes through to tie this thing up.
Yeah, he was able to slow the moment down right there. Get this back to square. There's still a bottom of the ninth looming. Let's see if they can tack on a few more.
Sean Burnett comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send this one into extra innings.
Sean Burnett.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
A one-run game, 6-5 the final today. The Marlins used a 3-run ninth to help propel them to the win. Sean Burnett claims the win out of the pen, his first. Drew Steckenrider records the save, his 4th of the season. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score for this afternoon. First, for the victorious Miami Marlins, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left.
From Cobb County, Georgia, we welcome you to baseball from SunTrust Park. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Julio Teheran gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent, one good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that, and if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And this one's in the dirt. The 0-1 on its way. And a breaking ball stays outside. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Matty, we've seen some good baseball in the first 2 games that is set, and expect another close one here. Both of the first 2 games decided by 1 run.
You know, D-Row, when you get in these series like this, when 1 run means so much, you like to be able to be the team to score first, but both these games have been very close, and it's going to boil down to who gets the big hits in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full. There's Starlin Castro. He'll follow next. swing and a miss, and that's a much needed first out there. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Dero, what's the key for a road victory in this one?
Yeah, Matty, this team has been putting up a lot of runs lately. From top to bottom, just swinging the bat super nice. Pass the baton mentality. Guys not trying to do too much, trusting in the teammates behind them.
Here's Echeverria now. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup.
Adeiny Echeverria.
The windup and the 0-1. Hit down the third baseline. And that gets through for a one-out base hit. The throw into second. The tag, and he's nabbed, trying for two. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Yeah, Matty, this lineup is an interesting case study. Because if you're not a big believer in batting average, this team, they're in the bottom third of batting average, so they have to do it a little bit differently. They have to move traffic and drive the baseball out of the ballpark and into the gaps. We've seen that be successful before. Let's see if it happens again today.
And ready for his first at-bat, Freddie Freeman. And we'll see if he can get out of this little dry spell he's stuck in. Not much offensively coming from him lately. Now the 1-1 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Dietrich waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Braves. They trail things here 2-0. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Served out to left off the end of the bat. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Hey, they don't all have to be beautiful. They just have to be base hits, and that's exactly what that was. Soft liner into left field. Nice job.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Steve Cook. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And that's by him. It's 0-1.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
Way in front of a great slider that time. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. And he makes the throw to first. Cook is retired, and there's one away. All right, now, so time for the Braves Road to the Show report as we see a couple of prospects who are having big-time success at the high levels of the minor leagues. Striding in once again, Steve Cook, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch coming, here it is. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. Gonzalez at second. Dietrich at first with no outs. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
Digging in once again, number 24. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. A swing and a ground ball to third. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. He'll get it into second, and he's going to make it there. Barely, as he's into second base with a double.
That's how quickly things can change in this crazy game. The pitcher was upset about the call in the previous pitch, which could have been strike 3. Then he serves up one for a double. Good example of why you have to have a short memory in this game. You let those...
Ready for another chance? Steve Cook. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Second baseman, Starlin Castro.
Here it comes on 1-1. Into right center field, and this ball's going to get down, a base hit. And the go-ahead run will score from third as they've taken the lead here in the late going. Oh, and with 2 men on third, they're going to get an out of this. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Steve Cook.
Steve Cook.
First offering on its way. Popped him up. Freeman in foul ground, and that's the first out of the inning.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
8-5 today. The Miami Marlins jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Nick Whitgren gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Drew Steckenrider closes the door for the save, his 5th of the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our